We have had a lot of rain so far this year. Summer mostly passed by in showers, drizzle and some downpours. So last weekend, when we were forecast a mini Indian summer, we decided to try and make the most of it and pack the van up for a night away. We decided to stay close to home so we wouldn't have much driving to do, and had a few of our favourite spots in mind. But I think everyone else had had the same idea as us. Every spot we turned up to was packed with cars and vans. We drove round and round, looking for a place to stop. We are quite solitary people, I would say, and when we go camping we like to be on our own mostly. We go for the quiet and space, so camping with others isn't really what we enjoy, though I know some people prefer it, and it makes them feel safer. Eventually we decided to just stop and have our dinner somewhere, then go back once the walkers and cars had left after dark. By this point it was just before sunset, so I marched on ahead while Brochan got our dinner stuff ready.
Hey Rosie! Hello!
I wanted to get up high to see and photograph the clouds and mist over the mountains and the pink rippled sky. It didn't feel much like an Indian summer, I have to say. Up high the winds were strong and there was a definite chill in the air. But it made me grateful for the warm soup, and it also meant a lack of midges, which is always good.
Because what, my bum's in it.
Good morning.
Morning.
We are out on just a little camp in the van locally this weekend. It's like the first sunny weekend for a long time, and I think everyone else had the same idea because everywhere is packed with camper vans and cars. So we just thought we'd do like a little holiday close to home because we haven't had a lot of time lately to go out. We've been looking after my sister's 2 dogs for the last 2 weeks, I think it was. So yeah, we haven't got out much apart from doing their daily walks. And sometimes it's quite nice to just holiday close to home. What are you laughing at? Well, it's been heavy. Shut up. Shh, that's what I'm doing now. I'm practicing weightlifting. As you can see, it's very windy, which is good because there's no midges. Yeah, it's quite nice to holiday close to home sometimes because if you just don't don't have time to go far away. Like the nearest big mountains to us are about 2.5 hour drive, which is usually where we'd go on holiday. Or actually the ones we'd usually go to is about 4 hour drive. So yeah, just being able to go away in the evening once you've done the stuff you need to do in the day, and then have a little holiday and then go back and get on with things is quite nice. So yeah, we're doing an early walk this morning because my holidays are always early morning walks. Brochan's not so keen on the early walks. Then I think we're going to get a cinnamon bun from this cafe that does the best. Well, they're sourdough buns actually, and they are so good. So we're going to get one of those for breakfast, and then probably do another walk before going home. So yeah, it's like a little holiday day in amongst everything else. Brochan's too tired this morning to say anything.
I never say anything.
Yeah?
Brochan got a bun for the journey, so that's biggie.
Oh, good. Better than so.
Brochan, you can't say that!
What's that?
I think it's £5 for a pound. Can I just lift
Brochan
this?
broke the top off my kettle.
We almost didn't come because she was so angry with me.
Yeah, I was.
Is the bowl gone?
I forget how much I love woodland sometimes. Brochan and I usually plan our walks for mountains and views, but there is a magic in the woods. Their branches smothered in spongy green mosses, and their wizened bark crinkled with age. Tiny ferns cling to them, dancing in the breeze, and light catching their fresh green leaves. I would say I have always been a woodland child. I was happy as a baby when my mum would lay me down on the mossy floor to look up into the swaying canopy of leaves. For birthday presents, my parents would buy me books of the greatest trees of Britain and woodlands of the world. I have always felt at home there, in the woods. I am not religious, also not quite an atheist, maybe a bit spiritual. But whatever it is, woodlands feel like my cathedral. Their arching branches and ceiling of leaves give instant peace and solace. The noise of the outside world is hushed, and I always feel the need to be quiet under the grand beings. The silence is broken by the echoing song of birds and the patter of acorns and beechnuts falling from up high. I usually have a fast pace when I walk. It's not because I want my walks to be over soon. It's just my natural pace. I stride over moorland and march up mountains. But in the woods I am slow. I amble through the paths, looking at the light on the leaves and searching the leaf-littered ground for little acorn hats. That's what I've always called them anyway. I often wonder what the land would look and feel like if all the valleys were still wooded like this one. To walk through paths in trees and come out onto the open land. Woodland now only covers around 13% of our land surface in the UK, and only half of this is native woodland, the rest being non-native commercial plantations, destined to be cut once they are big. Of the 13%, only around 15% of that is ancient woodland. This has increased since the end of the First World War, when only 5% of Britain was wooded. But it's not happening fast enough. And it seems that although we need more woodland desperately, I see more and more trees destroyed. Especially this year, I have noticed huge old trees cut down on boundaries and roadsides. Some people would say that it is a safety issue, but mostly these trees are perfectly healthy. I feel sick to my stomach and pain in my chest when I see these old trees felled, seemingly needlessly. It's a damage that can't be undone. They take hundreds, sometimes thousands of years to get to where they are. They've seen so many changes and grew from tiny saplings, and they're gone in a matter of minutes. Maybe if more people knew the magic that forests hold, the life they sustain, maybe they wouldn't be so hasty to take them down. Or maybe that's just wishful thinking.